T17 News at 10 on KMIZ starts now.
The nationwide eviction moratorium expired today as the CDC started this eviction ban in March of 2020 as part of the CARES Act. Thanks for choosing to spend your Saturday night with us. I'm Chanel Porter. ABC 17's Hannah Falcon is live in studio tonight after hearing how one Missouri Congresswoman slept on the steps of the U.S. Capitol to show her dedication to extending the moratorium. Hannah, tens of thousands of people could lose their homes tomorrow.
Yes, Chanel, this map from the U.S. Census Bureau shows us how many people are likely to be evicted. As you can see, Missouri is the darkest color, meaning 48% of survey respondents could face eviction. That's an estimated 67,000 people.
This is our way of saying, hey, House leadership, reconvene us like we're still here. Do something. We can't take vacation.
U.S. Congress adjourned for their August break without coming to a decision on the eviction moratorium. That means that tens of thousands in Missouri could be evicted from their homes starting tomorrow, August 1st. Missouri Congresswoman Cori Bush slept on the Capitol steps to show her colleagues how passionate she is about extending the moratorium.
Let's keep going. Let's do everything that we can do.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said Congress ran out of time to pass the legislation needed to extend the ban on evictions.
When it comes, though, to the technicalities of legislation, we just needed more time.
In June, the Supreme Court ruled the CDC had overreached by extending the eviction ban, leaving any extensions up to Congress.
Because when we signed up to be in Congress, we said that we would serve and we would represent every single person in our district, regardless of their socioeconomic status.
State and local governments could legally give out rental assurance from their COVID relief funds. Live from the studio, I'm Hannah Falcon, ABC 17 News.
Hannah, thank you. Landlords could start the eviction process tomorrow. The City of Columbia Utilities Department is reinstating late charges on past due utility bills, beginning with bills issued after tomorrow, August 1st. Utilities made the decision to reassess late charges after the city lifted its state of emergency on May 29th. Customers will receive the past due notice, including a possible disconnection of service date if their past due amount is not paid in full. Services may be disconnected for non-payment after 30 days from the bill issue date. If the account remains disconnected for 30 more days, the city will deactivate the account and send the past due amount to the city's contracted collection agency. Turning now to weather after the round of storms that we saw last night and this morning. ABC 17's Storm Track meteorologist Maddie S. is tracking much better temperatures for tomorrow. Maddie, these clouds are expected to move out of the area, and tomorrow is looking like sunshine.
That's right. Grab the sunglasses and the sunscreen because it's going to be an absolutely gorgeous end to the weekend. And it's going to continue to be gorgeous even into the start of the work week. An expansive cold front across most of the nation actually bringing us cooler temperatures. Here's the latest look at satellite and radar showing you that low pressure system that was just off to our west in the afternoon hours but has now pushed to our south. Along with it, most of the rainfall is pushing out of the area. You can see maybe a few spot showers really in some of our southern counties. Now, cloud cover clearing out rather quickly as this system continues to push south. Again, we're going to likely clear out as we continue on overnight and into tomorrow morning. We might be looking at an absolutely gorgeous sunrise, and we might be looking at a little bit of a cooler morning. Take a look at that temperature change for a good portion of the viewing area. Most of us between 5 and even 10 degrees cooler right now than we were at this point yesterday. That cooler air is already starting to settle in, and we're going to be noticing that change. Something else that we typically don't really talk about with cold fronts are going to be that dew point. It's going to be feeling much drier. That humidity not going to be much of a problem for us, and temperatures will be falling into those 60s overnight. Tonight will only rise into those mid-80s tomorrow. So if you're looking for a way to maybe air out the house or just enjoy some of this weather, open the windows tonight. You won't have to really worry about a heavy rain, and it's going to be cool. So overall, it's not too terrible of an idea. You won't even maybe need to close them. We're going to only rise into those mid-80s. And again, humidity not going to be a problem. If that's a little too warm for you, well, Monday and Tuesday are going to be a tad bit cooler as we start off the work week.
In a developing story tonight, one person was arrested after a shooting near Clark Lane early this morning. 28-year-old Darius Davis of Columbia was arrested in connection to the shooting. ABC 17 News crews were on scene, as you see some video on your screen now of what that looked like around 2 this morning. One person was shot and suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the victim actually walked into a local hospital's emergency room. Police were originally called to the scene around 12:30 for reports of a disturbance with a gun. Once on scene, they found evidence that the shooting occurred. Davis is being charged with domestic assault in the first degree, assault in the first degree, armed criminal action, unlawful use of a weapon, unlawful possession of a firearm, and tampering with physical evidence. A woman is in the hospital after a reported assault in Columbia Friday night. Columbia Police Department responded to the 100 block of Benton Street around 11:30 last night for an assault report. They found a woman with serious injuries. Officers located the 30-year-old suspect, Travis Goach, around 2 this morning and arrested him for the assault. This story is developing, and we'll continue to bring you updates on our website at abc17news.com. 6 people have been charged in a kidnapping and death of a man whose body was found in a wooded area southwest of Joplin last year. Prosecutors announced Friday that Freddie Tilton, 48 of Joplin, was charged in the kidnapping and shooting of 41-year-old Michael James Hall with the help of 5 defendants. Those names can be seen on your screen now. Hall was handcuffed, cut with a knife, and beaten before he was shot and taken to one of the defendants' homes. A search warrant led to one of the defendants shooting at officers and ended when SWAT teams fired tear gas into the house. Hall's body was then found in the woods on the property. 3 people experienced serious injuries in a crash yesterday afternoon in Cole County. One vehicle carrying 82-year-old Helen Jacobs crossed Highway 54 from Old Bass Road into the path of another vehicle. The other vehicle carried 24-year-old Robert Saunders and 23-year-old Abigail Johnson. All 3 people involved were transported by ambulance to University Hospital. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says the state has recorded more drowning deaths in the first 6 months this year than at any other time since the patrol began recording drownings in 2008. The patrol says 47 people have drowned since the beginning of the year. Those numbers do not include drownings officially listed as boating accidents. The average number of drowning deaths for the first half of the year since 2008 is 39. Highway Patrol wants to remind boaters to stay safe on the waterways. Looking now at COVID-19 across mid-Missouri, both the University of Missouri and Lincoln University will return to wearing masks starting Monday. Masks at both universities are to be worn in all indoor spaces regardless of vaccination status. Mizzou classes are set to begin on August 23rd, and the requirement will be reviewed by September 15th. Lincoln says it will review local, state, and national trends on a weekly basis. Both are encouraging vaccination and will provide opportunities for students and staff to get them. The State Health Department has issued a hotspot advisory for both Cole and Osage counties. The new data is based on the last 2 weeks, in which Cole County has seen nearly 400 new cases and Osage with nearly 50. A year ago, this is what Jefferson City was looking like. The state says the counties have high and above average COVID-19 severity based on the state's averages. Lisa Cox, spokeswoman for the State Health Department, says by becoming a hotspot, they hope people will overcome vaccine hesitancy and get vaccinated to control the spread. The surge is being led by the Delta variant, spreading mostly among the unvaccinated.